Aries, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to start here with your current energy. Let's find out what's influencing you. Your cards are coming out pretty quick. So it looks like you have something to get off your chest. So really what I'm doing is I'm pulling the energy, whatever your primary area of focus is right now. So take it as it resonates. Tell me about your hopes or fears, Aries. We have your outcome. Okay. Wow. So I'm looking here at the bottom of the deck. We have the Five of Swords here. So this is all about conflict. But this feels like it's an internal conflict. This feels like you're fighting yourself on some decisions. Maybe some choices that you've made in the past. Ten of Swords in reverse is your current energy. So it feels like whatever pain that you've been through, you're kind of at the tail end of coping with it, if that makes sense. I was also getting the Nine of Cups, and it feels a lot like maybe you didn't think things were going to work, and now that they're working, you see that it's everything that you want. It's kind of one of those situations where something you thought, it was like something really bad or negative turned into something really positive, and it ended up being exactly what you wanted, but just maybe not in the way that you thought. I'm getting the Four of Wands in reverse in what you need to focus on. So take that as it resonates, but this feels like somebody from your past. There's something here that you need to let go of. There's some sort of situation here that you need to release, or it's something along those lines. It could have been somebody that you were married to. It doesn't have to be, just maybe something that you brought with you into different relationships, or it's a specific relationship that you need to release. But there's something here with that. Page of Pentacles here in your past, but in the reverse. So when it comes to really just kind of communicating exactly what it is that you need and you want, it feels like you've done that. You're an Aries, you definitely stand up for yourself. It's one of those where you're very clear on exactly what you want, and it's up to the other person whether or not they can give you what you want. I'm getting the Seven of Pentacles here in reverse, sitting in your strength position. So it's like when you've made the decision that something is not going to work for you, regardless of what it is, your mind's made up. Nobody can convince you to go back and reevaluate. Once you have made up your mind, it's settled. Queen of Cups sitting here in your near future. This is a lot of the voices in your head are going to quiet. This conflict that you're feeling inside is going to calm down. There is going to be some sort of quiet is really what comes to mind. It's the voices telling you no are going to be silent, because what you're going to be focused on is what you want, what you need emotionally. You're focused on your emotional support right now. Ace of Wands, but you're also focused on what makes you really happy and where your passions lie. That's also influencing this. We do have the Five of Cups here, which does signify some sort of loss, but it's also about seeing things a little bit more clearly. A lot of times, well, in the Rider-Waite deck, so the Five of Cups is the person who is looking down at the three cups that have spilled over, but there's two cups behind him that are still full. So there's something here about you're not focused on the big picture, which is where these voices are coming from. And I don't necessarily mean that literally, but it's just whatever this internal battle is. It's because you're allowing one insecurity to overtake your rational thought. That's where I see it calming down. We have the Seven of Swords here in reverse in your hopes or fears position. So you just don't want any self-sabotage. You don't want to sabotage this. Whatever this is, you don't want to sabotage it. Queen of Swords, this feels a lot like your energy. Just you kind of stepping into your own power and saying, these are my boundaries. This is what I'm willing to accept. Take it or leave it. Because this feels very connected to your current energy with the Ten of Swords in reverse with the Nine of Cups. So it's like once you finally realize that you're on the path that you want and you're getting exactly what you want, why would you allow anything to derail you? That's where your mind is. Why would I allow that? I wouldn't. I'm not going to allow that. Let's get more details. So I have the Queen of Cups here in reverse. So she's out here in the upright and she's out here in the reverse. This Queen of Cups in reverse, this does come back to just what you were thinking internally, just this conflict that you've been having internally. It's because you weren't focused on what you wanted and what you needed. You were allowing this insecurity to overshadow everything else. But it feels like it really does feel like you're quieting that. Tell me about the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands in reverse is being clarified with the Ten of Pentacles in the upright. So this definitely was a significant relationship in your past. This is somebody that you might have had children with. You don't have to. It could have been somebody that you saw yourself having children with, or you really saw this high level of commitment. Maybe you were married, maybe you weren't, but maybe you had pets together, something like that. But there's something here that you need to focus on related to that, because I think this is where your insecurities stem from. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles in reverse with the Wheel of Fortune. It's kind of one of those things where you stopped putting your energy into something and it helped to close out a cycle for you. It maybe ended a prior relationship. It's just something, again, with your energy, once you make up your mind, that's it. There's no going back. And that actually puts you on a better path because you were very unhappy in whatever it was. And now you've ended it and you're happier, but you still have these seeds of doubt inside you. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Cups. Very interesting. You won't put your energy into anything where you're going to go back down the path of being disappointed in a relationship. It's just not who you are. You're not willing. You're not going to be in a relationship just to be in a relationship. This actually has to have some substance to it, and it actually has to be some sort of forward momentum in order for you to be happy. And you recognize that. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. Hierophant in reverse. You are being so true to yourself. You will get over whatever this was in the past. This definitely was some sort of high-level commitment. You're getting through it. Whatever these remaining insecurities are, no matter how much time has passed, doesn't matter. You're overcoming all of these insecurities. You are literally quieting the voices of doubt. Ace of Wands. King of Wands. Love it. This is all about you regaining that happiness, that positivity, that forward momentum, and going down the path of just being happy. So this is where you're able to squash those seeds of doubt because you know they will only hold you back. Tell me about this Five of Cups. Yep. Five of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. You put a lot of effort into this last relationship, whatever this one was that was very significant to you. But that has ended. That chapter closed. You're still dealing with some of the residual, but that chapter closed. And you have put in a lot of effort to get over whatever this Whatever damage happened, whatever lessons you needed to learn, you've been learning those lessons. You took that and you grew from it. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Queen of Swords in reverse. You're afraid that if you do lay down exactly what your boundaries are, that nobody is going to accept you. And that's part of these seeds of doubt. Because that happened to you in your past. You stated what you wanted, and the other person didn't give it to you, and you allowed yourself to compromise. And so now you have this fear that nobody's going to be able to give you what you want. But it's a fear. It's not reality. Queen of Swords here. I'm getting the Chariot in reverse. So this is one of those things. What I love about this is that you're again, you make up your mind, you're done. This is going to be one of those things. It's not going to be a fight. If somebody is going to cross your boundaries and something where you've already decided this is a hard boundary, this is a deal breaker. If somebody does that, you're going to let the person go. You're not going to fight. You're not going to try and compromise again. You're not going to go down that path. You're just going to let the person go. That is you having so much self-love and self-respect that you're willing to, again, because you're okay being by yourself. You're happy by yourself. You're not one that is desperate to be in a relationship. The card that came out for you from like any last messages from the universe is Moonlight, Enchantment, Magic. So let me read this one. Believe in magic. You are being given powerful, mystical messages from Spirit. Take time to listen. Allow the luminescent, receptive energy of the moon to activate your creativity. You receive mystical messages and you are a spiritual messenger for others. So Aries, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, and drop me a comment. Let me know if this is your story and if it resonated. Until next time, take care.